threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Yep. Hopefully. Yep, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're the perfect people to be teaching you about health and fitness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Back
but
to basics.
maybe you're listening to this on the treadmill. Maybe you're walking and listen to it. Maybe you're driving your car, which is what most people are doing.
Bravo if you are.
But yeah, guess what? We're going to talk about it in detail.
Yeah.
Why it matters to be healthy and fit as a prepper, right?
Yeah.
You never know what kind of SHTF might happen that you're going to have to run, walk, lift, jump, sprint. And so it's important to be healthy and flexible and strong and happy.
You want to tell me about the thing you were telling me about right before this that you like to do?
What's that?
What was it called? The fish hook? What was it? Never mind, just kidding. Before we get into
They're
that,
going to be wondering what that's all
I
about.
need to tell you about
The fish hook stretch.
Battle Box. It's the monthly subscription box full of solid gear for adventure seekers, survivalists, outdoor enthusiasts, and casual preppers. Each month, Battle Box sends you the coolest selection of handpicked outdoor survival and everyday carry gear, all valued at far more than what you'd normally pay. You never know what's in the next box, but here's a sampling of what users received this month. The Prepared Hero Emergency Fire Blanket. That's amazing. The Kelly Kettle Trekker, both really cool items. All this badassness starts at just $34.99 per month. They've shipped over 1 million boxes and won Best Subscription Box of 2020. Our listeners get 15% off when you sign up at battlebox.com/casualpreppers. Get your first Battle Box plus 15% off at battlebox.com/casualpreppers.
Get it done.
Yeah, man, we just had the...
Pretty much everything that we've talked about can be completed with your battle box.
I know, like the Get Home Bag, the last episode, it's like everything works for the Get Home Bag from
It
Battle
really
Box.
does.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
So, let's talk about why physical fitness is super crucial for preppers. Because, look, when we think about being prepared, we always think about, I got to buy this gear.
Exactly.
I got to get this skill, all these things, right?
I'm going to bug out to the mountains.
Yep.
We're going to live off from the wilderness.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You also need to be physically capable of handling emergencies. That's something you can't buy.
Yeah.
You can't just go down to 511 and buy a pack of physicality and put that on and like, I'm good to go. Right? Now, so whether you're bugging out or maybe you're defending your home or you're just dealing with everyday disasters, your body is your most important survival tool, whether you like it or not. It is what you're working with, right? This is so often...
I gotta work with this.
This is my... Oh, jeez.
I'll just buy more guns.
I know 5.56 will fix it. Probably. Right? But it's so often overlooked.
Yeah, it really is.
And here's the thing. It's the one thing that can improve their life almost more than anything they can they can do. So it's so very, very important. In a crisis, you may not have the luxury of just like sitting back and waiting for FEMA to come help you or the police. Or
there's plenty that already have that plan, so you don't want to be in the same boat.
Survival often means taking action. It requires strength, it requires endurance and mobility. Like say if you have to bug out, man, maybe you need to evacuate on foot. You're going to be walking miles while carrying your gear. And if you have a weak body, you're not going to be able to bug out.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't matter how good your gear is. It's not going to work. Then
and you're like the lead for your family. It's like if your kids, if you're like, I can't do it, then you're all die. You're going to die.
Your kids are like pulling you along.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Dad.
I got a sled in my bag. Put it down. Start
Take
pulling.
Daddy. Pull Daddy. Pull Daddy. There's also just like those everyday emergencies. Things that happen like car accidents, home disasters, medical situations. They might require you to like lift things or carry things or people or assist others. And so
run back to catch a bus.
Exactly.
That you thought you could catch.
We've heard that before, right?
Yeah.
Survival skills take strength. Like you can't chop wood if you're a weak little boy. You gotta be tough, man, to make that work.
Split that wood.
No, carrying water's heavy.
It is heavy,
and so you got to be strengthful to do that. Cam, building shelters, defending yourself. all of those demand physical capability. And if you're not working on that, you will lose that. The older you get, once you get to a certain point, you're just going to lose it.
You do.
Right?
Lose it fast, too.
And health really does impact survival. Your overall health and fitness level directly affects how well you can handle stressful situations. Look, if you are dealing with chronic conditions like obesity, diabetes, or heart disease, these all reduce your endurance, they reduce your speed, and your mental sharpness. That's the one thing I think that people don't consider sometimes is like your physical health directly relates to your mental health.
It does.
Like 100,000% it does. So the fitter you are, the less strain survival actually places on your body. You'll recover faster, you'll move quicker, you'll stay sharp under pressure. And that's the whole thing. Like in emergency situations, it's all about pressure.
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to, and you're trying to figure out how to get through
Your
it.
body will manage stress way better if you're fit.
100%, Cameron. Good
That's it.
talking over there. So poor health equals more medical needs. Say you're in a long-term SHTF crisis, you may not have access to urgent
I don't
care.
want to see you.
No, Cam does not want
I
to see
will
you.
not want to be working.
You're not going to have, you may not have medication to access to medication or doctors.
Yeah.
So staying in shape now is going to reduce your dependency on medical
On
care
the system
later.
that's going to collapse.
That will, be, or even if it's not collapse, it's going to be severely
Overrun,
strained.
You'll get other diseases.
Yeah. So look, being physically prepared is just as important as having the right gear. Don't let anybody tell you any differently.
Right.
Because that is the key.
I'll get around to it.
I don't know. I'm 600 pounds. That's no big deal.
Eat me. I'm the meat for my group.
Eat me. Yeah. So like you can't carry your bug out bag. You can't climb a hill or sprint away from danger. Doesn't matter how much 5.56 you have.
Nope.
You die.
Can't even pack that 5.56.
You die.
Yep.
So start now, train regularly, make fitness part of your survival plan.
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
So let's talk about some components of a prepper fitness plan.
I love it. Let's do it.
So number one, cardiovascular endurance.
Oh, this is tough.
The least fun of all of them. It really is. But listen, and I'm putting it out there like still going to tell you all, which you probably have heard, but you always hear about someone dying of cancer or something like heart disease is still the number one killer in men.
Isn't that crazy?
In the United States. Still, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and all we have to do is get out there and exercise to prevent this. But
It's very preventable. It's like a preventable disease.
yeah, and it's the number one.
Yeah.
So, which is actually good, right? It's like preventable. But it's hugely important as part of your exercise plan because most of the things you're going to be doing when you're trying to survive is endurance related.
Yeah.
You're going to be using your heart. Going to be pumping.
Yeah.
Okay? Running, hiking, biking, carrying, swimming, spinning. These are all things that you can do. It's like a spinning class.
Okay.
You're not going to be doing that and bugging out. But
What's he doing out there in the field? He's spinning. Survival spinning. Okay.
Maybe you're powering your house.
Could be. You know.
This is spinning.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but these are all cardio based. And so, and they also, guess what? You can train with those same things that you might be doing in a survival situation.
Yeah.
You want that stamina. It's the worst thing in video games. It's the worst thing in real life.
It is. It really is, man.
Like, when that bar runs out, it is miserable. And so you need to get an exercise plan that builds cardio. And so simple, it's like this is going to be some math here. Subtract your age from 220.
Okay.
Then times it by 0.5 and 0.8. That's it. And that will give you the heart range that you should be in when you exercise.
I got 1,002. Is that right?
That's right. Dead on.
Okay.
Other things, if you don't love to run
or
be on the treadmill all day, like I hate that stuff too. So consider different ways to get your cardio in, like a HIIT training.
Yeah.
Where you're doing high intensity, little rest, and you move on to your next exercise. It keeps your heart rate up. So you're getting cardio while you're doing those things.
Yeah.
Next, strength training. Going to carry that bug out bag. Might be carrying a kid with a broken leg, a broken kid. You never know.
This one's broken. I'm going to take him home and fix it.
Yeah. But lifting, carrying, hauling, moving objects, it's all going to take strength. And so the more fit, the stronger you are, the faster you can do those things safely.
Yeah.
And then focus
That's the
on,
thing about strength is like you're avoiding injury with strength.
And that's like in strength training, you learn like the mechanics of your body to keep from injuring yourself.
Right.
It's like a full motion. Like you need to go through those exercises fully. And it kind of helps, if you're going to lift something, you're not going to do it all janky and screw your back up. I usually still do, but it happens.
For sure.
And then focus on compound movements, squats, deadlifts, power clean, some weird stuff.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can really get into it.
Yeah.
Power clean for preppers. It's a good book. Then use body weight exercises. Push-ups and pull-ups, man, they are underrated.
They really are.
They build
Sit-ups.
all kinds of,
All the ups.
all the
7-ups.
thumbs up. Thumbs up, 7 up.
Heads down, thumbs up if you're playing 7-up. Isn't that how you said it?
Super important.
Yeah.
Exactly. Forgot about that. Next comes flexibility and mobility.
For sure.
You can be strong and have a good heart, but strong.
He's
heart.
strong. He's got a good heart, but man, he ain't.
But
flexible.
he pulled a bunch of muscles.
Yeah.
Because he didn't flex, and he wasn't flexible. He didn't flex before he did that. But flexibility will just increase your strength.
Yeah.
It will increase your ability to do all sorts of weird stuff. Okay.
It's funny because like I see this quite frequently. Guys at jiu-jitsu come in just jacked, and it's like sometimes they are the easy because they're so
and they tend
inflexible.
to go right after it.
Yeah.
Like they don't stop, they don't stretch or anything or prepare, right?
Yeah, and they're just like you can barely move their head and they can barely move their arms. They got all this muscle.
You got weird muscles that don't even exist
Yeah.
have been all But if you're not flexible, like you're prone to injury, and all of that training is going to go out the window. So you really do need to
At the
sit
damn
and
window.
stretch. Yeah. The thing is, it's like the easiest thing to do.
It's not hard.
You just get out of bed,
Just
do
takes
a few
time.
stretches, and do it before you get in bed.
I've had so many good intentions about doing a stretching routine every day.
I get set on it, and then I kind of fall away, and then my back starts hurting. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not stretching anymore, and then I go back to stretching. So, but stretching is hugely important. So make sure you're flexible and mobile.
Yeah.
And then the last part of this, and we'll talk about a few other times, but it's super important to have good mental resilience. When the country falls apart, like your mental health is going to go with it super quick. A lot of people overlook this. They're just like,
I know.
if I'm tough and strong, go to the gym, and then I'm on all my antidepressants, I'm fine. Or that might be just alcohol,
Yeah.
A lot of people are self-treating and self-medicating, and they're not treating because they feel like vulnerable, or take care of these things.
Yeah,
Make
and
sure the mental health aspect is covered.
And it's so hard too because one is so linked to the other when it comes to physical and mental. Like if you're not working out, your mental health declines.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
It will decline. Like, and if you're working out, it's going to start coming back up. But you have to look at them both separately. But I'm
do.
just saying that they are in ways very connected.
Yeah. And they add to each other. Like, lately we've been doing like a rucking challenge, and I'm on the treadmill, and I'm like, I'm just going to do a mile tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I need to go a little more. And you start it pushes you with these goals, and then in real life you're like, I can push a little harder. Like,
I don't know if I'm going
you
to make
start
my
to
goal
come
this
back
month.
to that stuff, man. I'm
way behind this
so
month.
I'm even further behind. But anyway, but pushing and making those goals and learning like your limits, like it helps with the mental aspect too of like, I can do this, and I can push through this, and I know I know what I can do. So anyways, super important to make sure you cover the mental aspect as well as, lifting, cardio, stretching, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and you'd mentioned in here like ways to manage that stress outside of medication or alcohol
or
whatever
any
that
like
is.
substance, right?
Yeah, like there's ways you can do it.
Exercises release. I mean, just exercising alone releases tons of endorphins, allows better sleep. Like, not even directly focusing on the mental aspect, you're getting the benefits from just exercising.
Yeah, and like, things like meditation, mindfulness, and breath work, like it feels a little woo-woo and that kind of stuff.
It helps,
but
though.
it really is helpful.
We are like super connected to everything all the time.
Yeah.
It's like our minds are running.
Oh.
So getting away from it for a moment can make a big difference.
Make a huge difference.
I need to do more meditation stuff.
You know what else can make a huge difference? Element. Because if you didn't know, electrolyte deficiency or imbalances can cause headaches, cramps, fatigue, weakness. And as people who want to be prepared and ready for anything, the last thing you need is something that will slow you down when you need to be ready the most. That's why we at Casual Preppers have teamed up with Element. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing that you don't. We think Element is perfect for bug-out bags, get-home bags, and EDC kits because it contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Casual Preppers listeners can get a free Element sample pack when you make any purchase through our exclusive Casual Preppers link. That is one packet of every flavor every single time you order, but you must go through our link. That is drinklmnt.com/casual preppers. That is drinkelement.com/casual preppers.
Yeah. You got to get it. It's so easy to do.
And when you talk about mental clarity, having the right electrolyte balance is humongous, my friend, and that's a great way to help yourself get there.
Getting emotional about it.
So,
I love the Element.
Here's one of the big things and probably the hardest aspect of all of this. I'm not saying probably. It is the hardest aspect of all of this, and that is diet.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to bring this up, but I'm bringing it up now.
Yeah, it's a sore subject.
Really, your fitness is only as good as what you put into your body. Like, you can't out-exercise your diet most of the time.
Yeah.
Right? At a certain point, you're fighting against yourself.
Yeah, you really are.
And it's not just about like looking good and stuff. Like the whole overall health of your body, mentally and physically, really comes back to the things that you're eating and what you're putting into your body. So like you need to look at a nutrient-dense, balanced diet, and that's good for a prepper because it gives you better energy, better endurance, better recovery, all those types of things. So some things you can look at when you're doing this. I'm not going to tell you what diet to get on because there's 1,000 different diets out there. Most of them suck, so I don't know what to tell you. Here's some things I can tell you, though. Prioritize whole foods, right? As much as possible. Get rid of the processed stuff if you can. Lean protein, healthy fats, complex carbs, all of that at a great ratio. Whatever works best for your body is something to look at. You have to stay hydrated. Dehydration is bad for you, so make sure that you're getting enough water, and things like Element can help you stay hydrated with that. Again, avoid processed junk, sugar, highly processed foods. Cause crashes and inflammation and all that stuff. As much as you can, stick to real whole foods. Again, I'm not saying anything that's groundbreaking here. Everybody knows this, right. But you have to be very intentional when you're eating, and it's very, very hard. You can also think about eating for performance, not just taste. What are the foods that are boosting energy or aiding in muscle recovery and muscle build? I mean, protein.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing, right? And if you've ever tried to get an optimal amount of protein, it's like a second job. It's so hard to do.
So true.
But I'm just saying that because you have to be intentional with what you're eating. You have to be looking at it, right?
Yeah. And just to add one thing to that, it's like, don't starve yourself.
Like
a lot of people are like, I want to lose weight. Yeah. And they don't eat anything, so they don't have any energy. They feel like garbage. They're not going to stick with it. So don't starve yourself.
Just a very small calorie deficit is all you need to lose weight.
Yeah.
Just very small.
Yeah.
There's tons of apps out there that can help you with this that are free.
Yeah.
You just put your height, your weight, your ideal weight in, and they'll do it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. They're getting smarter and better now, too, with all the AI stuff.
But it's a pain in the ass because you have to put everything you put in your body into that app.
It is.
It is not easy. I did it for like 6 months, and I've stopped now because
it is.
It was hard.
It's overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming. But again, it's so important when it comes down to your health and your fitness. And also, like we talked about all these gym workouts that are fantastic. Like it has to be a part of your plan, but it's not always about that when it comes to preparedness. Sometimes it's about training your body for those real world survival tasks that you're going to have to do. And so why not incorporate that into your plan? Like carry your bug out bag on hikes, right? This builds that endurance and it gets you used to moving with the weight. Those types of things. Again, rucking is fantastic as a prepper because most of our plans in our emergencies involve us putting a pack on and walking somewhere, in the dire emergencies. So why not utilize that as part of your plan? Cam and I have been rucking regularly for, what are we on, 4 or 5 months now, maybe, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed a difference.
I have too.
I've definitely noticed
my legs
a
have
difference.
gotten stronger, which is kind of something I didn't feel like it was happening.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, they don't tire as easily.
Your legs, your back, and it really does help with your lungs. You know,
It does.
It really does.
It's weird. Have you, like, when you run now without a pack
not as
on,
hard.
you're like, holy crap.
This is
go
easy.
a lot further.
Exactly, yeah. So practice functional fitness, things like chopping wood, hauling water, climbing, lifting heavy objects to simulate real survival challenges. I also found this on a website that I had to put in here because I thought it was hilarious. Set up a backyard course to practice crawling, jumping, climbing, and problem solving under stress.
That's
Okay,
pretty good.
so if you want to do that, go right ahead. You're gonna look.
I'll help you with your math, but let me get through here and try and...
I need to get underneath all this weight and try and do 20
Some
push-ups.
people's backyards are already set up that way.
Hey, look, your own backyard is your own backyard.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
happens there is on. It's on you.
Exactly.
You know, it's your business. I ain't gonna tell you what to do or what not to
That
do.
is pretty good.
But it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So hold on. Bottom line: your fitness level and your diet directly impact your ability to survive. The stronger and the healthier you are, the better you're going to perform in high stress situations, and also the stronger and healthier you are, the longer you're going to live. The whole point of prepping is to live longer
Right.
through situations and to live better.
Yeah.
That's like the whole point. Like, otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? But if you're going to make yourself healthier and stronger, it just makes every day better.
It does.
Makes you live longer.
You're more efficient at work.
More
You're
efficient at
better
work.
at home.
Better at sex.
You're better in bed. I was going to say that.
But you're also like your body is it fights off diseases better.
Yeah, that too.
They did like these studies with people who got cancer, and like the higher percentage your muscle was, the better you survive.
Yeah, it
cancer,
makes total sense.
right? And so
Because it does. It's like sucks
kills
you
you.
of all your power.
So, anyways, it's so important. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it done.
Yeah.
So a few things I wanted to talk about are ways to basically set yourself up for failure. These are what people do all the time. So
Yeah.
these are common mistakes to avoid. Ignoring your health until it's too late. Just like, I'll get around to it. I'm going to be all right. You know, my family, I got kids, they'll pack my bug out bag. It's all good.
Yeah.
But really, like, there's a couple of aspects of this is like, it's part of your preps. It's super important. Don't wait for a crisis. Don't wait for high blood pressure to damage your heart. Don't wait for diabetes to destroy your life. Like, make a difference now. Like, change the way that you live now.
The hardest part is like the beginning, like getting started.
Yeah.
Like that's so hard.
It is way hard.
But once you get going, it's
Yeah.
like, it's not that bad. I keep trying to get my dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, I can't drink that
It
diet
is super
soda.
hard to start and stick with that habit.
I ain't going to drink diet soda. I'm like, dude, once you do it for a couple months, you're fine.
It's true.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You can't get diabetes.
It is.
God.
And then ignoring problems
Yeah.
doesn't mean your symptoms will go away. A lot of people do this, and like some of us are raised that way. It's like, you don't have a problem, you're good.
You don't
but
go to the
listen to
doctor.
your body. Like, if something hurts and it continues to hurt, you probably should go get a checkup.
My body makes lots of weird noises.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
normal?
But if you're pooping blood and you have for a while, it's not going to get better on its own.
Yeah, it ain't hemorrhoids
You
anymore.
need to go get
There's
it checked
a problem, yeah.
out. And I think you'll mention some of this as well, but like, you should do your routine health checkups. They're important. I know you think it's just a cash grab for us, but it's not. Like, there are a lot of preventative measures that have been studied for a long time. It's important to go and have that done. Also, your genetics might be killing you.
Yeah.
So it's like, there are certain things you need to check out. Another thing that people do a lot when you get started is go too hard, too fast. As men, we learned early on in our marriage that this is a problem.
Yeah, slow down.
No, but with working out, I tend to do this. I always think I'm in high school still.
you're
Now I'm
not.
like, I'm on a bench 225 and it's like crush my throat.
I've died 3 times.
And you have like the worst muscle stiffness for like 3 months.
And you
You're
don't
"It's
go back to it."
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
never keep doing it. Running was always like, getting started running is so hard. And then once you get going, you're like, man, this is a breeze. And you start pushing further and further. So don't go too hard, too fast. That's the other thing. I would jump on the treadmill, set it to like 9. I'm like, I'm going to run full speed.
Not good.
Don't do it.
No.
And then the other is only focusing on one aspect. You know,
Yeah.
I love running. That's all I'm going to do, which is great.
It is, yeah.
But you've got to incorporate stretching. You got to do weights. Like,
This was always
overall.
my problem because, like, I'd be like, I'm just doing jujitsu. That's a good enough.
Yeah. No, and
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
then
it's
I'm
better
like,
than most. But
sure, but again, it's not. And then like, or I'd just be running.
Yeah.
And I didn't do any weights.
Yeah.
And like, I would stay at a great weight, but I would never build muscle except for my legs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who wants muscly legs?
exactly. It's
Not
just
me.
All about the arms and the chest.
It's all about the pecs and the biceps.
Exactly.
And the neck.
But that's the thing. I like lifting weights is my favorite workout.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time getting the cardio in because
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't really care. I want to look good. I want to look good. No one can see my heart.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter.
That's right.
But
You
only
wear a heart on
focus-
your sleeve, Cam. I can see your heart.
Exactly. But only focusing on one aspect is you're going to run into problems.
Yeah.
All of us have learned the hard way when you're like, I'm pretty fit. You throw a football and you're like, for like a week, you can't move your arm.
I think I had a heart attack.
Like, what the freak happened? Cross training is a good way to kind of incorporate a lot of different exercises. And if you're into trendy crap, there you go.
For sure. Yeah.
And then like you'd mentioned, combining self-defense and cardio and endurance is a great way. Jiu-jitsu does that. A lot of different martial arts do that.
Boxing, MMA,
Yes.
Krav Maga, any
Tons
of
of stuff that's combined. The other thing, and I do, this is probably one of my biggest mistakes, is I don't track anything.
Yeah.
I don't make, I don't find out where my max is so that I can see my gains. I don't take pictures of my fat body and see how much I've lost weight.
I don't even like to look in the mirror.
Yeah. So I get out of the shower, so I can run past the mirror.
Yeah.
I want to see where hair's growing and it shouldn't
I
be.
know.
Where it's lost.
See, this is where I don't take pictures, but I'm really good at tracking stuff because like I feel like it doesn't count if I'm not tracking it.
It doesn't count.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I have to. That's why like I'm pretty
does
good
count, but it's
when
like-
I want to, like if I'm tracking my calorie intake and my protein. Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of I like to gamify it a little bit. Like
Yeah.
oh I got
have
it today.
to. There's
Yeah.
no way you'll stick with it if you,
You have
don't.
to. Yeah, it's really.
And that's
good.
the only way you can set realistic goals if you're tracking.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the last thing's forgetting about the mental aspect of
Yeah.
it. Back to this again. We did an entire episode on mental health because it's super important and people overlook it all the time.
Yeah.
Prepping isn't just physical; it's mental clarity is essential and mental resilience because SHTF is going to be miserable. And we've seen like in COVID, like a lot of suicides because people could not handle losing their routine and their regular life stuff. So, but yeah, loss of comfort sucks. If you've gone camping, you understand. And imagine doing that for multiple times.
No, thank you.
Yeah. But before we move on, I want to tell you guys this podcast is brought to you by Oh, you are not They are the only tactical subscription box with useful professional grade stuff inside. Use code Casual Preppers and get a free $70 machine made part from Next Level Armament. These guys are magicians, man.
Yeah.
They create items in their box that they didn't have to make or purchase. I don't know how they do it.
They have a dupe code like in Diablo.
Yeah, exactly.
You pull the potion, put the potion in at the same time. They get another one.
I don't know how they do it
the only
because
way they
you
do
get super good stuff for super cheap. It's crazy, and it's not cheap stuff. It's awesome,
not, yeah.
inexpensive. Go get it.
Cam kind of did already talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it again. Staying on top of your health now, it prevents small issues from becoming major problems in a crisis. That's the thing that always scares me is we're going to get into some SHTF, and I haven't done something, and now it rears its ugly head, and I'm screwed. Right? So get those medical checkups. You can't afford to ignore health issues that could slow you down in an emergency. And I'm horrible at this. I don't know the last time I went to the doctor.
It's tough.
Seriously. Like
a lot of people are like, if I don't look, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like ignorance is bliss with medicine.
I don't go do my checkups, but I have access to Cam 24/7. So if I have a question, like he's usually like, you should go get that looked at, or nah, you're fine. That rash will go away.
That third nut is not good.
Actually, I like it. Let me take a photo of that. If you don't track it, it don't
Blow it
help.
up, Lizzie.
Don't matter if you don't track it.
Yeah, exactly.
So like those regular checkups will help you stay ahead of potential problems before they become life-threatening. So see your doctor regularly and all those like 15,000-mile checkups you get on your Toyota, which I got to go get this weekend. Do them on your body. Okay? Like at 50.
I hate when those checkups come
I know.
around.
At 45, you're supposed to go get your
Colonoscopy.
butt looked at. So go get a colonoscopy. All right? Like, just
you
do
catch
those
this
things.
stuff early, like it's
much easier.
Such better condition, yeah.
And then manage those chronic conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. They are very, Cam knows. He can tell you. Just figure them out, okay?
They're life altering, but you can prevent them.
And it's like high blood pressure. It's so easy to overlook it.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. Whatever. I have headaches sometimes. No big deal. And then know your health risks. Understand your family history of whatever those medical issues are. Take steps now to mitigate those because you can diet and exercise, and most of the time you can get around
your cholesterol's still high, so you have to figure things out.
Yep. And then build a health first mindset. This is the thing I think that gets you through. Prioritize things like sleep. We're learning more and more how important sleep is.
Yeah. And as Americans, that's the part we sacrifice the most.
It's like, I'm tough. I'll sleep an hour a night.
Yeah. I love this show.
Yeah.
I'll sleep at work.
Exactly. It's like, no, you need to sleep 6 to 8 hours every single day if you can do it. Figure out a way to do it. Balanced diet, obviously protein, healthy fats, very, very important. Manage that stress. Stress is very bad for you.
It's
Chronic
super
stress
bad.
is very bad. Do things that are fun. You know what I mean? Take
Lighten
breaks. Lighten up. Gosh damn.
Listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just nonsense.
Like you don't take everything so seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take a break from the news if you have to. It
would
will help you. And you could do things that will help with this. Cold exposure. Those things are, good for you. Saunas are very good. Mindfulness, breath work. Just figure out something.
Breast work?
Yes. You have to choose your words very carefully sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then avoid burnout. Don't overtrain. Don't neglect recovery. Some guys are just like,
exactly.
8 days a week I work out.
Recovery is just as important as the exercise itself.
I think you're better off having more recovery.
I've been
days than
recovering
less.
for 10 years.
I'm still on my recovery year.
Yeah, exactly.
I worked hard in 2023.
Man, I pushed it hard in college. So right now, I've been resting.
You don't even know what I did in college.
You have no idea how hard I pushed it.
Jeez. I was relentless. Okay.
I need like 20 years of rest. Okay.
I'm good.
That was my plan.
55, I'll start working out again.
Yep. It's in the
Done
books.
my dues. And then, think about storing the medical supplies too. That's not necessarily part of this, but, prescription.
It goes along with the health part.
OTC meds, first aid basics, and then we have to mention it, dental care.
Yeah. If you want to strip your life of all savings, don't take care of your teeth.
My wife just mentioned the other day, we got to get the kids to the dentist. I'm like, well, I guess we'll get a new credit card. I don't know.
Well, I love this truck, but it's gone.
I did like this Toyota, but I guess I'll walk everywhere now so our kids can get
This
fillings.
is a dental checkup year. I'm getting a second job.
That's right. I guess you're back to selling your body. How are we going to do this? What's the plan?
I don't like it, but hey, it's the only way we can do it.
We made good money last time.
Yeah.
We got braces for the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah.
Just real quick, some lessons learned and tips for success.
Yeah.
Keep it consistent. Like push through that first 2 weeks of pain and agony and hate, and usually it starts to stick. Like you can usually stay with it a lot better.
Sticky.
It get all sticky inside. Track. I don't know why I
We
said
just grossed you out.
I don't know why I said inside. That made it worse. Again, track your progress. If you don't do this, you are not going to stick with it. There's no way. You got to see it. You got to write it down. Put it on a chart. Put it in your phone.
Pictures. Or it didn't happen.
Take pictures.
That's what they say.
Exactly. And then have fitness preps. Like you can take things to work. You can have a little treadmill underneath your desk or
People
a little
do it.
Yeah. But also with your exercise, like some exercise equipment can go along with your preparedness items. Resistant bands, jump ropes, the little forearm thingies. What are they called?
Grip. Yeah, things. Whatever.
Exactly.
Resistance. That sounds like.
Yeah.
We're called the Resistance Band. We're making it through this HTF.
Yeah. These strings aren't going to stop us.
Grab the jump ropes. We're going.
Grab your jump rope. Mental fitness again.
Yeah.
Learn to cope with stress now because SHTF, you can go crazy.
Yep.
Don't do it alone. Like really, it's hard to stick with it. Okay. Don't exercise alone.
Oh, exercise.
You can exercise alone, but you need someone else to like.
That's a good stress reliever too, though.
It is.
It's medical advice.
That's a sin.
That's the thing.
But like, include your wife, your friends, kids. This is exercise again. This is exercise again.
Exercise, yeah. It's true, though.
But some kind of routine that someone else is there to push you.
Well, that's like what we're doing right now with this rucking challenge. Like, I would not be on that freaking treadmill.
There's no way I would be standing on there and walking.
No. I'm like, Cam's going to say, did you do it?
Yeah. Yep. So you got to do that. It helps a ton. Other things, find what works for you. Like, there's so many different exercises out there. Don't do like what's trendy and what everybody else does. If you don't like it, you're not going to stay.
If you don't like CrossFit, don't keep going to CrossFit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you love hot yoga, keep doing it.
Cold yoga, dude.
Exactly. Lukewarm yoga.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
room temperature yoga.
It's pretty common. Change one variable at a time.
Yeah.
Like, try eating less for a few weeks. Don't be like, I'm going to cut this out, stop eating that, change this, start running.
You'll never do
enter into jujitsu. Like, you're not going to stick with any of that. Slowly but surely make some changes. And then weave it into your daily routine. Make it
like
part.
a basket.
Yes. Yeah. Like crochet.
Yeah.
Eat less calories than you burn. That's always been like straightforward.
So yeah, that's like the most simple thing.
And then the less you use your body, the more it withers and falls apart. The more it stiffens up, gets fat, flabby.
For me,
gross.
like, just getting those, like, 10,000 steps is sometimes very hard for me.
It is
just
hard.
because of my job.
Yeah.
But if I can get 7,500,
job's in a way.
Yeah, stupid. You quit your job, idiot.
Because of my family, I can't get my 10,000 steps.
I got kids. No, but like just the 7,500. If I can get that, like, I feel pretty good. Like, my body feels better.
It is hard to get that. 10,000 is a lot.
Dude,
man.
it's so hard.
It's way harder than I thought. And then the other thing, sleep. Don't forget when you're.
Don't forget to fall asleep.
Yeah. Make some kind of routine that makes your sleep a good quality, whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, don't watch, TV. But like, I sleep better if I have a little.
Yeah,
bit
there's
of TV
all kinds
before
of
bed.
different things that, like, whatever.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. Damn it.
Exactly.
I know how to fall asleep.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. I'll do what I want. I'll show you how to go to sleep.
Watch how easy I fall asleep.
Watch this. Come on, go to sleep.
Sleep.
Come on.
I gotta go to the bathroom now. Tried too hard.
Gotta go to the bathroom, right? Don't do it alone.
Take your kids, your wife, or take someone, buddy.
Weird here.
Buddy bathrooms.
Yeah.
Anyways, look, all that stuff is super important, so think about it. I have a challenge for you, though.
Yeah, I like this.
Commit to one fitness challenge that will kickstart or improve your health preparedness this week.
Don't make it complicated.
Don't complicate it. Actually, make it very simple. Make it one thing, whether that's like a daily walk,
Extra
steps, a daily ruck to build up some endurance. Maybe you're going to start a simple body weight workout. I'm going to start with 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, you have to start somewhere. There's some squats, some core work, whatever that is. Maybe you're going to start to stretch. Kegels. You're going to do the fish hook or the hook stretch, whatever your Camel's calling it. But like a stretching thing, maybe you're just going to start to improve your diet this week. Or maybe you're not even going to improve it. Maybe you're just going to say, I'm going to eat less calories.
Maybe this week you're just going to make a plan.
Yeah.
You don't even start anything. You're just making a plan.
Do something to get going.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Super important.
Okay? Because we want you to live.
Yeah.
If you're not living, you're not listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
This helps us and it helps you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Live like you were dying.
Live like you were dying.
Says Tim McGraw.
That's true. Yeah. And that's who we always listen to. And also, don't take the girl.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's a great one.
Don't take the girl.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So,
thanks, guys.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Thank you so much for listening. Please go follow us on all the places that you can find us online. Also, go subscribe to our other podcasts. I know you guys haven't. I see the numbers. Go to This Podcast Is a Secret because we got some great stuff happening.
Yes.
Over there. We're talking about, what are we talking about? I don't even know. We're talking about Loch Ness Monster, and then we talked about...
Loch Ness was fun.
What was the one after that we did?
Oh my gosh.
That should be coming out at the same time as this. Was it the Illuminati?
It was the Illuminati.
It was the Illuminati.
Yep.
So that's the one that's hopping out right now.
Are they tied together? I don't know. Go listen.
Nobody knows. A Loch Ness Illuminati. Thanks, guys. Stay survived.